iPhone 17 in a mouse case! Whoa! Oh, screen! Absolutely fine. Let's check the back. The back is absolutely fine as always. Come on!
Every year, Apple releases their most advanced phone yet. And every year, most people do the same thing. Open Amazon, find the cheapest case they like, click buy. But then, that cheap case doesn't last, doesn't protect your phone, doesn't fit quite right. And sometimes, it's not even fully compatible. That's when Mouse is different. We spent 10 years and millions of dollars perfecting our cases. We moved to China, lived in a container, and even slept outside of the Apple Store. All to put cases made exactly for the next iPhone. Up to 38 precision-engineered parts, a 5-part camera control button to work seamlessly with Apple's design, aircraft technology to absorb serious drops, anti-yellowing treatment, so a clear case stays crystal clear, perfectly aligned magnets, MagSafe compatible, a precision-cut camera lid attached to the millimeter. So, yes, cheaper cases do exist, but when you're spending this much on an iPhone, what?
The Helicopterion has finally been added to Arc-based game, and whilst we're already familiar with its timing process, including the abilities to knock out creatures and convert items into blueprints, the question remains, how powerful is it really when it comes to these abilities? How easy is it to tame? What's the bare minimum you need to tame one? Can we make really cheap, easy to craft monster blueprints? And can this be leveled enough to knock out literally anything in the sea with one screen? Let's find out. Yo kids, it's Raslark and welcome back, where of course first you need to tame one. And if you don't know already, you need little Ratfish treats, at least 10 for 1x rates unofficial, 8 in a cooking class or industrial cooker, and loot. Any loot is not crafted and above primitive base level. And prove this to a point, we've got the worst of the worst loot here to see what the Helicopterion will be attracted to these to start the tracking process. So, over here we've got a 150. We're going to see if a cloth glove is enough. That's just over primitive level, 12. That's all we're about to find out. So let's jump on the thing and start. A lovely mini game where we simply got to put in the command prompts to attempt to feed it some of its Ratfish treats. And it does seem to bear no relevance on what you feed this thing, as long as it's above primitive level, it's going to work, as you can see here. The time given to enter a command prompt is pretty forgiving. I haven't made a mistake just yet. Don't tend to make another one, although if you do, you're going to get knocked up into oblivion, so be mindful of that. And you'll find one Ratfish treat on a 150 on 1x gives you just over 10%, so there you go, 10 treats and you're done. And that's it, repeat the process with you being confirmed, anything and everything as long as it's above primitive level will work fine. There's a little bit of a cooldown, yeah, it's not being attracted to this one just yet, but picking up a throw it again now, it should be attracted to it. And to be fair, whilst the taming food is a bit of a work, you need to get through the tentacles, Ammonite Wild, which can be a bit of a pain if you're not prepared. Found out quite recently. And of course, funny, as long as you've got all of those things, this is a pretty relatively pain-free tame to tame, which you can find. Once tamed, you're going to need to make a saddle for one, of course, and you'll need to be at least at level 91 to make a saddle, requiring a bit of metal and fibre. But you can get these saddles out of drops. I found one quite recently in a yellow drop, Lava Cave on Ragnarok. And once saddled, we did overlook this, that it doubles up as a smithy. It's an actual run-of-the-mill smithy. You just craft whatever you need on the go, which I believe is a first for a sea creature, having a mobile smithy in a sea creature. Don't know what to talk about this, it's definitely a big win. But of course we're here to see how powerful these are. And we've got a mate pair here now. We've got a female with 47 points in success rate, meaning it's got a 47% chance at the moment, and a male with 43 points in melee damage, which we're going to push and test to see how well we can do with that. Of course, first things first, we're going to breed these things. And if you didn't know, these are egg layers. They're going to drop weird, funky looking, spiky eggs that will incubate underwater. And then we've got the melee and the success rate matched. Notice, of course, that the melee is going to improve with imprints, but your success rate certainly won't. First thing we need to do, of course, is get these things to get XP so we can melee them up. First thing we're going to need to do is get these things getting XP as well. It's a great way to do it if you haven't got a Drake in your hand. And that's by killing these things down in your 2 zones, because they definitely are super weak to a Helicoprion. Whilst they fight on this Shark and Manta are doing 294 with no levels in this with 43 points in melee. On the Tuzo, we're doing 882. 882 damage. Making these a Tuzo's worst nightmare. Is that triple damage on Tuzos? I think it is. And Tuzos, of course, give a lot of XP. So a great choice to go to. And if you're wondering, because I am a Alpha Tuzo, also gets the same amount of damage, the triple damage from a Heli. Meaning farming Alpha Tuzos, and I'm just find them pretty easy and not recommend to come by and see through the weeds. Is going to be a very effective way to get plenty of experience. Noticing, of course, that its right-click attack that we just did there does even more damage, 1200 with this 43 points in melee.
God damn it.
1200 per hit. And that's with no
it's
leveling,
easy.
which I'm really excited to see with the levels, what we are going to do. So let's kill this thing up. And then we've got a boatload of levels. We're going to slap all of this into melee on this thing. Which means, with that right-click attack, I want to see how much torpor we can now deal. That is crazy. That's 1k torpor on that shark, yeah. That's 1.2k, which is fascinating because we're doing way more torpor than we're doing damage. Let's try and get something a bit easier to target one by one. Okay, so a good example, I think we're going to try it here, is this level 60 Megalodon.
I wonder what the big hit fees are anyway.
A level 1 heli first with no points, of course, melee damage for base 125. Inflicting 260 torpor, 270 torpor, that's continuing to rise. Looks like we're capping at just under 280 torpor there, at level 1 with no points put into melee. But on this one, that's got a lot of levels to melee, 43 base plus 53 on top. It's so much more. Oh my god, it's 2 hits and it's knocked out, which is phenomenal. And let's pump all the levels into melee with this thing. So then we've got all 88 levels in melee, pushing this all the way up to 1,140 in melee. And I want to see if one hit can knock out a Megalodon. Not forgetting, of course, Make Boost is definitely having an effect here as well. And I'm wondering how much additional torpor is created there. Actually not like, so it's the same base torpor, it just improved with that initial melee hit. The more points in melee you've got, the amount of torpor flies up. 3 hits, 1 hit Megalodon. Knocked out. Revolting. that is revolting. Okay, so let's test it on something a bit bigger. Duncleo. Bit of a pain to tame sometimes. Got quite a lot of torpor on it. Three hits. 3 hits and KO'd. 3 hits and KO'd. We've just knocked out everything here. Dude, everything. Everything's up for grabs in the sea with this. I'm pretty sure that was 4 hits. 4 hits on a 145 Duncleo. We're taming tool for the water now. Look at that. Look at all that stuff there. We just knocked out. Angler. Got a 135 there. Perfect. Can be a pain to normally knock out in the sea. Not anymore. 3 hits, knocked out. Plesio. It's a level 20, so not a great level. Oh my god. No! Dude, this thing is the best. If you get that headshot damage on, while knocking it, 140 Plesio. Try to get a headshot on it if I can. 2. Missed it. 3 hits if it's on the run.
We can actually do Palman if we can just double frog. Come on, spread the attack. Oh no, I don't think anything gonna turn. Okay, we have one more try. Fire or electric. Let's go with electric. Oh my gosh. Wait, we're destroying it. You can't even touch us. Come on. Yes, now we get to hatchet new Palman. Come on, really good. Oh my gosh.
And 4 and down. Which really only leaves one other. That out, you can see. We can get the headshot damage on it. There it is. Oh, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Good luck. There it is. I wonder if we could have done that in 3. That's out.
It's a record on
Good grief. Do you know how long you usually normally take knocking these things out? That just went out like that. Blinked and you missed it. A 140 motor, bit of a dangerous thing to take on. And look at that, 5k. We're doing almost 5k a hit. We're already at half torso in 3 hits. 5. 6. And 7 hits on a 140 Moser knocked out. These are incredible. All of these things were just knocked out. Why on earth do you ever want to take them there? This thing right here is the king of the ocean. Pointing to melee on these things, they are knocking out everything. Speaking of which, now we've got a fully leveled one. Alpha Tuzo, level 25, 71k health. Oh my god. 3k a pop. And we're stunning it as well. And we're stunning it. So you can't do an emoji, you can't stun a emoji, but it does seem like you are stunning this Tuzo, right? It feels like it anyway. I'm sure we are. Oh, that's revolving. We're just stunning it in place, get a few bites in, and in a minute it's about to run, but it doesn't matter because the ink won't blind us.
Oh, no one's alone.
Oh my god. And there we go. There is truly no better in the sea than this thing. So that's its melee.
units coming